We are live. Don't know that we are alive, though. Come on. I always want to say, come on down. Price is right. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hi, Debbie.
I hate the ribbon that it rolls on the side. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. And now it's raining. Hi, T. We are exhausted. Our Fresh the Market grand open Saturday where I have Wreath. And our craft show was yesterday. My first craft show is in the books. Hi, Christina. Hi, Roz. I went to work and I said, don't talk to me. I'm going to my office. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, we packed up faster than we got unloaded, though. Which is probably the way it works all the time. I think we were packed up in like a half an hour. Hi, Laura. How are you? Tonight, we're going to make a little pine-based wreath. I had it out for last week, and stuff happened. Hi, Peggy. So, Floyd said, I'm not doing nothing today. I had to go to work, but, well, he ended up making some signs, but I didn't ask for one for today. So, I bought this at Walmart this year. It was part of the spring. Yes, you missed the show, Linda. I didn't go live because there was just so many people there. And you know how sometimes how funny people, they get funny about that stuff. So I did. I took a picture of them. It was good. Better than I thought. Tons of people. Of course, it was great weather. Got a little bit of a sunburn. Hi, Barbara. I sold 8 wreaths, a door hanger, and 6, 7 signs. Something like that.
I don't even know how many.
I wasn't counting signs. I was counting wreaths. I'm like, oh, yes.
Not bad for 6 hours.
Yeah, it was, Pam. It was a little bit windy. Do I still have a knot? Oh, we had a chain hanging at the bottom of the pop-up. And we did an S-hook, and we hung license plates and some signs. A big gust of wind came down the alley, and one flew off and bumped me in the head. I'm so glad it had rounded corners. I might have had to get stitches. So then he zip-tied them, so if somebody bought one, he had to go cut it. But hey, they actually hung a lot better that way, too. They weren't, twisted around in the air. But, so everybody was set in alleys. We have, it's kind of a historic downtown with the buildings and whatnot. So it stretched from, I didn't even go walk everything. I only looked at what was just around us. About 3 blocks? No, 2 blocks.
Well, including the side alleys, yeah. Probably 4.5 alleys.
4.5 alleys. So that's why it's called
blocks.
Or blocks. That's why it's called Art on the Alley. Great turnout. I think people were like, yay, COVID restrictions are coming down. It's nice weather. They had their dogs and their kids, and hi, Vincent. But yeah, I was like, I'll be happy if I sell one wreath. I'll be ecstatic if I sell two. And right, like within 5 minutes of us opening, right before it was time at noon. And these two ladies walked by, and she's like, they kept looking at him and looking at him and looking at him. Of course, I talked to him, and she's like, I want that one and I want that one. She goes, don't you want one? I'm like, oh, yay. So I had two ladies buy 3 wreaths. Weren't even open yet. But it was a good day. I think it was a good day. Thanks, Kieran. Hi, Lori. Hi, Susan on YouTube. You're on YouTube tonight. So these come pretty flat. They're considered a 12-inch base because they count it from tip to tip. When I first got them, I ordered them from Sims Pottery. And I'm like, those are 12 inches. I'm thinking, you know, big 12 inches and then poof out your things. But yeah, tip to tip. It's tip to tip. So, but I made a couple of these last winter and they turned out pretty cute. So I thought this would, you know, bless our nest. You know, it might be a cute Mother's Day wreath. We're going to do in a mint. Both of these are fabric mesh. This is a mint. And then this is like a khaki and a cream color. It'll work. Whatever you got to watch. So yes, the craft show, I feel, was a success. We are dog tired. But we had the other store that we were getting ready for too. So we had fixtures to go in there, certain wreaths to go in there. Yeah, we sold the 3, and I'm like, go to the storage unit and get some more wreaths. Just, you know, put some in the car. That way as they sell, you can just put more out. So, but it was a learning lesson. We learned things that we should have done differently. As windy as it was, I had this notebook, and I printed off all the signs that we make. Because, of course, I can't make all of them. And so they were in plastic sleeves, so people were looking through it. And then when you open up this big binder, you can still see part of the pocket. So I stuck all my business cards in there, and people were looking at it and taking a card. And I probably went through almost 100 cards. You like the mint? I like mint too. And it's fabric, so it's a lot softer. And okay, so basically what I do, go ahead and pan down. These are shown flat. I have to use my chintzy clippers because we haven't even unpacked anything. We came in, got what I had to bring in, and I was out. So when I do this little one, I did a couple last year, but I go 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So just use it like a clock, and every 2 hours I put mesh. I cut these at 25 inches and did the woodland ruffle, and we'll alternate the colors. And this the one I made last year, you couldn't even tell it was on a pine wreath base because I made it so full, which is my goal this time. If you see a little bit, it's okay. And then we're going to do a 3-fer. They'll all have the same ribbon, but we're going to do a khaki to match this fabric mesh, and then a flower to make it pretty. And then I had to do a mint. It doesn't exactly match the mesh, but it's as close as I got. Thanks, Pam. It was. I even got a sunburn. Because I didn't sit in my booth. I sat like on the wall of the other building until the sun got up. And then Floyd and I traded off and on, sitting in the corner. Got to eat from 3 Little Piggies. It's a local food truck. They had, 6 food trucks there?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 food trucks. They had music. 52 vendors, I think. So it was a great day. Good community involvement. I even had, I was so excited. So people were asking, I didn't sell any grave saddles. So surprised, but they looked at them. And one guy has already contacted me from yesterday's craft sale. He wants me to make a nurse wreath for his wife. So I was like, oh, yay. Can you tell I'm excited? Hi, Michelle. Okay, so we're going to start up here. And you're just using your little, I can't even think of my words today, I'm so tired. My little pine things as, he's over there making fun of me.
I didn't say anything.
Shaking your head.
Maybe I was doing that because of this.
Whatever.
You don't know.
So, okay, so you're just going to use your little pine needles here as ties. So it should be round. Brought everything up. We can still fluff at the end if need be. And I was so, I won't say not scared, but I was a little concerned when I first made one of these. I'm like, how am I going to, like, you just figure it out. And it's right. It's not rocket science. So you can either, put them in your Bodabra or put them in there together. I don't twist the tie or twist the little pine tensils and then put more on top. You always want to untwist them because these get rather bulky. I'm always looking for pipe cleaners when I do them, though. I get so a bit confused. And then once it's all full, it'll just scrunch up like this. So I left some undone. Hi, Anna. It's called a 12-inch because you have to count it from tip to tip, Michelle. So from tip to tip, it's 12 inches. The base itself is only 8. So imagine taking a pine garland and sticking it on a pixie wreath frame, an 8-inch frame. It did. Thank you, Laura. Because Floyd was like, because we're signed up to do the October one. They do 2 a year. And he's like, if we don't sell nothing, I may not ever do this again.
That's a lot of work.
It was. Well, and we were compounded by opening up another booth at a different store. So we have 3 stores that we're in, and they're all within
a block of each other.
If that. Well, 2 of them are owned by the same people. You're welcome, Michelle. So fabric mesh is just it's so nice. You only have to roll it a couple times. It's cut at 25 inches. And just scrunch it on up. I took ribbon to make bows, but it was, well, for probably half the day, I was just too busy. I couldn't.
No, you needed to be talking to people.
Yeah. It's cute. Some kids that were with their parents or grandparents, because their parents would take a business card and they wanted one too. So I was handing kids out cards. Had a guy, he wants to have a wreath party. Already have a guy that contacted me about a present for his wife. That's what you got to do. Everybody kept saying, just get your word out there, which I put on Facebook, but not everybody. Facebook isn't everybody's thing. So you want to if you're doing a pattern, you want to make sure that if you jump down to the 6 o'clock to make sure that you get it straight, make sure that your pattern is right. Because that's the first time I did that one. So we should be good.
I'm not going to lie, Michelle. If we had not sold anything yesterday, I'd have been mad.
Oh, I was hoping for a few signs and 2 wreaths and maybe a saddle.
I mean, it wasn't even an all-day thing. It was a
6-hour
day. And in our town, it wouldn't have done them any good to open before 11:30 anyway.
Everybody's in church.
Everybody would have still been in church. But no, we had a good time. We were one of our friends was in the booth next to ours, so that made the day a little bit crazy.
They're funny. Okay, so just keep alternating your colors.
Good food, good music, lots of people. Awesome day.
Lots of people I don't even know. I'm not from this area, so
we sold 8, and then she's working on an order for another one.
And then we sold a door hanger and about 6 or 7 signs.
But it was a learning experience. We know there's some now that we've done one setup, we know some things we want to change for the next one.
Gotta order more grid. That worked out really well. So if you ever think about doing a craft show, did you post that in the, or did you just answer her?
No, I posted it in the.
Okay, so Floyd posted it today in the Backrooms Creation site of where we got our grid. We ordered the feet that go on it. Don't waste with the feet. We just zip tied it together. You zip tie it to the frame and zip tie them together. Worked out fine. We're just going to order some more grid and make it a whole U shape. Lots of questions. Always ask me if I was local. Are you local? I'm like, yep, here in town. Because I guess, a lot of people do travel, sometimes a distance away. And ever since COVID hit, people really do like to, at least the ones, that I am talking to, like to buy from small businesses, like to keep it local in their community. So here's half the wreath. So you can barely see any of the greenery. Yeah, Michelle, we posted a picture on Backroom Creations.
You really can't see the grids because it's got so many wreaths
on it.
There wasn't a lot of empty real estate when we got done setting up.
I packed it out. So I want them to like push up and ruffle. Did I not cut enough? 1, 2. Well, whether I did or not, I'm cutting more. Because I need 6, 8. I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna put 12 in here. I'm gonna put 13.
Don't you dare.
Why?
That's a bad number.
Oh, buddy duddy.
Remember the 13-foot by 13-foot pop-up?
Yeah, the wind took it.
Oh, no problem at all, Michelle.
Yeah, I know. Some people are just like, they want to hide all their information. There's a couple things that we have kept to ourselves. Just because Floyd does a lot of hard work researching and watching other people's lives or YouTubes or how they do things. We're not kidding when we say Google and YouTube are your friend, because they have been our best friends over the last year. So he does a lot of time investment in the stuff that he, especially the sign business. And so and he gets so aggravated, he's gotten kicked out of groups or said, I'm leaving. Just because people just want to go on and just ask questions now your questions are fine, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people, they just want to keep asking questions, or can you fix this, or how would you fix this, instead of doing research. It's not a matter of, oh, I know I can buy grid for a pop-up tent, but how would I set that up? So then you start looking at other people's. So questions aren't bad unless you want everyone else to do the work for you.
Gene went to a craft outing yesterday too. Did better than expected.
Hi, Ricky. Hey, Myra. Oh, you weren't getting the notifications. Sometimes when I wasn't getting notifications for somebody, I would like unfollow them and refollow them and get, click the notifications. If those 3 little dots up at the top of your screen, make sure that you click that and get all notifications, I think it says. So because I want this really, really full and I really don't want to see a much green, I am going to put an extra set of ruffles in here and be a bad girl, because it's going to be 13, unless I miscounted. which tonight is quite possible.
And then my advice to everybody that's in this as a business, if you have the opportunity to go into a store that grand opens one day and then a craft show the very next day, don't do it. Or give yourself a month to prepare.
It's been, well, you know, and not everyone works a full-time job. You know, Floyd's the full-time job for Floyd is the business, and
Jeanette had surgery, so she was down to one arm for a bit.
Not really, but you know, kind of. I can't like lift it up. Like about here is all I can lift it.
She's still restricted.
I'm restricted.
Yeah, we had intended on doing a lot of craft shows last summer, and COVID changed all that. Every single one that we signed up for.
Hi, Stan. Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while.
And
I liked this one because this one was outside. Most people didn't wear their masks. Some people did, some people didn't. But it was just, other than the wind, but if we hadn't had the wind, it'd have been super, super hot. It was like 80 degrees. So a little wind was welcomed, just not enough to conk me in the head. That hurt too. I'm just glad it wasn't a, you know, because some of the signs have a really sharp corner on them. They're actually called photo panels. And that had done some damage.
Well, look at everybody saying hi to each other.
Hi, hi, hi. So I am going to have one that's the same next to each other, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. No biggie. I know you've been MIA.
Busby.
Hi, Melissa. Oh, yeah, I can lift it up like this much. That's about it. It was funny. I was trying to put my hair in a ponytail this morning, and I was bent over, and I can lift my hands up as long as my head's down. I looked like a little genie. It ended up on top of my head, and Floyd was still sleeping. I didn't want to wake him up. We were, thank goodness for my older son went over in the morning and his girlfriend to help set us up. Then he came back over to help us tear down. My youngest son popped over. He put some stuff in his, because Floyd made 3 or 4 trips to get everything over there because it's just here in town. So thank goodness. But we made 1 trip home. We just put it in other people's cars.
But it wound up in 3 vehicles.
Yep.
Well, that's not quite true. Because I went and emptied out the car before we started tearing down.
Yeah, well, you brought so many wreaths down just in case we needed them.
So, yeah, we set up and had everything filled up, sold 3 within, like, before official start time, and I'm like, So I went down and loaded up
So we're at 18 inches now.
Loaded up the car with more wreaths. And then by the time the end of the day rolled around, I think there was only like 4 left in the car.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Because we had to keep filling everything up.
So we're going to do 3 ribbons this time.
Well, hi, Audrey from Arizona.
Hi, welcome.
On YouTube.
So we're doing 3. I've only done 3 a couple different times. Now, the pine base is great for the mesh. You got to make sure that you get your ribbon in there and get it twisted on top to make sure it stays in there. Because it's not like a pipe cleaner, you know, it's got the pretty thick. So I give it a good 2 twists.
Yeah, Melissa, setup didn't take as long as I thought it was going to.
Well, they went out in the yard and set up the new pop-up.
But we hadn't. Our first craft show, we had only set the pop-up once the day before.
Once.
And we had never had the grid set up. We didn't do it. We didn't set it up the way you're supposed to. They sell these little clamps that have screws.
Yeah,
you clamp them together and tighten the screws. And I'm like, well, that's going to take too long. I just zip tied everything together.
Yep.
We got the one side up, got it zip tied, and I'm like, We're going to daisy chain some zip ties from the top down. And
yeah, we hooked it from the top in the middle to make sure it did. It wiggled a little bit.
Now, had we had
heavy stuff
to hang on it, that would have been different. But we all know wreaths don't weigh hardly anything. Yep. Audrey, that is a 12-inch pine base, and that is tip to tip. The actual metal frame on the back of it is only 8 inches, but they sell that as a 12-inch pine base.
So this one's got a little bit, it's got the longer pines in it, but this is, pretty much what that one is, just minus these. So the frame itself is just 8 inches, but they sell it as a 12 because you pull your stuff out, and then from tip to tip, it's 12 inches.
Yep, once you stretch it out, it's 12 inches.
Because I bought, like, I don't know, 6 of them last Christmas.
And then when they came, she's like,
I'm like, what the heck?
She's like, what am I going to do with these? They're so little.
I did. I'm like, what am I going to do with it? But I made a really cute elf wreath last winter. So I don't have to pay attention to a pattern because I'm putting the same 3 ribbons in every tie. I wanted something with the mint. And then I found that cute little floral ribbon. These ties aren't as long, so because that fabric mesh really bunches up. It's a little tight in there, but we'll get it. And then we're going to put some pink in our bow. If anybody's interested, I do have a private group. We go live twice a week on Wednesday evenings at 8 and Saturday mornings at 10. It's $9.99 a month. We do some off-the-wall type stuff in there and talk about how to match your colors and do bows. I did one day, I just did nothing but bows. And that's where I struggled with in the beginning too, was making bows. My first wreath, I actually sold a wreath with no bow on it. It was one of my first wreaths from last spring. A guy bought it. So sign a month is you get 2 signs a month for $20. So basically your shipping is free. You can sign up for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 12, however long you want to go. It's just month-to-month basis, so you don't have to pay it up front.
What do you mean Floyd is off the wall?
So, like he's getting ready to ship out sign of the month this week for May. One sign is just a real popular sign. The other sign is an exclusive. You won't be able to everybody won't be able to purchase it. You, however, if you're in the sign of the month club, because you have to sign up at the top of our page, you get 10% off all signs. And then you can also buy the exclusive signs. You can buy more of them. And you can also go to the previous month's signs, the exclusives, and get those as well. So if you like one of the, how many people you got to sign month club? Oh, quite a few.
A lot.
You're welcome, Candy.
Thank you for flying the kite.
Sprinkle the glitter. He flies a kite. I sprinkle glitter.
Dorothy, if you go to our website, it's got the three subscriptions across at
the very top.
It's across the middle of the page. If you look on the left-hand side, there is unless you're on your phone, then we're talking dangerous territory.
Try to do it on a computer.
There is a link on the left-hand side on your computer that says signs, and you click on that, and it opens up into all the different. Yeah, I need to redo the website. I'm not happy with it.
Stick it on your list. So see, it's in here really cute. It's a green every now and then. And those of you who didn't see it, this is our sign. I got it at Walmart. It was like $3 or something. When the spring stuff came out.
Yes,
Thank
Michelle.
you, Laura.
You get 2 signs a month when you sign up.
Yep. So basically, our signs are $10. Wooden ones are 13. The big round ones that are 11 3/4, those are 13. But whether it's 8x8 square, 6x12, 8x12, all those are $10.
Dorothy, are you accessing our website from your phone or from a computer?
Thanks, Audrey. Audrey says, I have to do that next month. You guys are so crazy. Love watching your lives. Thank you. So Floyd was very quiet in the beginning, and he just sat there, and once in a while he might say something, but then we banter back and forth. People at work, when I first started working at Walmart, they thought we were arguing. Which way I twisted it. There we go. Just make sure you untie, because these don't do very well to like twist it and put some stuff in and twist it again.
Okay, so we hit 50 between YouTube and Facebook.
50.
So we'll be doing.
Make sure if you're watching, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, make sure you're commenting, because that's how the robot picks the person who gets a gift. We're not supposed to say winner.
We're having a drawing.
We're having a gift party, and one special person gets a gift. One night we hit 150 and we gave 3 things away. Every 50 people that come in, we give out a gift.
Tracy, are you and Melissa Busby related by any chance?
50. Oh my God, I'm going to be singing that song.
Thank you for sprinkling the glitter, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Barbara says she has
Hi, Cindy. Prize. What?
Barbara said she has that same song.
Oh, do you? Is it Walmart? I like mint green, and I seen it, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta have that.
Ross says gift party. I like that.
Gift party. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut some more ribbon too, because I put that extra bundle in.
Well, get busy, Skippy.
I'm not Skippy. You're Skippy. So Wednesday I'm off, and I just want to do nothing, but that won't happen. I gotta put all my stuff away. Tonight I was like, I come up here to get ready, and I'm like, I don't have my scissors, I don't have my glue gun, I don't have my bow maker.
Everything was still in bags down the living room.
Yep, Walmart.
Well, 2 of the bags were still in my truck.
Yeah, I made him go outside, and it was raining, and here my glue gun was still in. It was in the house already.
It's a 12-inch pine base, Cindy.
It's like that one. They're kind of flat when they come in, but we should get some of those and put them on the website.
Melissa says Jeanette is Marianne and Floyd is Skippy.
She was kind of cute. Except for I don't wear pigtails.
You should wear pigtails.
Yeah. I did one year for Halloween. So I'm just spreading mine in a V like I normally do, but we just have an extra ribbon in there. Because I wanted to use this one, and I wanted to use this one, but with not as many ties, I didn't want to trade off and on. I haven't done this part for a while. Ponytails.
Teeny ponytails.
Teeny ponytails. Hi, Maureen. Aw, thank you. Yeah, it is different. I haven't done a pine base for a while. Christmas time, of course, a lot of people do them, but it's not just for Christmas. Because if you don't want to see it, you can make sure that you put flowers on top of the bundle centers. But
Ross says pigtails Wednesday. Do it.
You wear pigtails. Do a wig.
All right.
Oh, I do have. That's where that went.
What are you digging for? Oh my Lord.
I got butterflies. So Floyd, I forget what I sent him to the store for. I sent him to Dollar Tree to buy bags or something. And
no, you told me you needed hairbands.
Oh, headbands when I had my surgeries because I couldn't do my hair. And he come home with bunny headbands and something else.
Regular headbands. And
well, yeah, you got me some, but you got me 2 funny ones too.
Butterfly, you weren't. Oh no, we bought that together. Melissa, I don't have enough hair for.
You don't.
Pigtails.
We can give him a wig though.
That's about the best you could do. Because you can't even pinch it and grab onto it. It's so short.
He shaved his head one time.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
It was just the lowest setting on
well,
the
okay, it was like hair that was this tall.
Those aren't mouse ears, Melissa.
They're not mouse, they're butterflies.
They're butterfly wings.
I had to hide them underneath there for my granddaughter.
Oh, yeah. If she'd have seen them, it'd been over.
It'd have been over.
You'd have never got them back unless you broke them.
Cut one more. I cut these at 12 inches. Just because the wreath is smaller, I didn't want them, as your youngest even said, I didn't want them like sticking way out. And these did good. It sticks out to the edge of the mesh. I'm always telling my youngest he needs a haircut.
Oh, yeah.
I like this one. I got this at Deco Exchange. It's so cute. I told Floyd I haven't even ordered anything in 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, we got a group thing coming up. You need to order some stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a class at where did I do that?
Hi, Shauna. Better late than
never. Hi, Shauna.
Oh, you missed all the fun.
You missed my butterfly.
Well, no, they're still there. I'm not allowed to have a beard.
I don't like beards. He tried. I kept going like this. I don't like it. A lot of people do.
Ross says the flower ribbon is cute.
Thank you.
Oh, Ross says her son shaves his head all the time.
Yeah.
We have not delivered the butterfly wreath yet.
So I told
her mom says they don't have room for it. Grandpa's gonna go make room for it.
I hang it on the ceiling. So I took a picture of it and I said the girls are getting this. No, they don't have room for it. I said yes, they do.
I'm just gonna take it down there. I'll find some place for
it. One more. My little granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter, got sick, so I kind of stayed away because I couldn't afford to get sick last week. Yeah, I don't like beards. It's just not a beard person. I mean, they look great on some guys. I just don't like the feel of it. Okay, last one.
What are you on?
It was my little tote I had up underneath here. So if you guys are ever thinking about making you a table where you stand at or sit at a very high desk chair, I have those 9 cubey things like you get at, well, you can get them at Walmart. I bought mine at Menards, which is a home improvement store. And then it's 3/4 inch plywood on top. I like to stand. I don't sit and make wreaths very well.
Yeah, but see, Melissa, if they take it down after I leave, my granddaughter will tell me.
She will rat her mom out.
My youngest granddaughter is such a little narc.
And she's a Papa's girl. That makes it twice as bad. It's not white.
She might even run away from home to come down.
No, she wouldn't.
She wouldn't get very far.
No.
And short little legs.
She's only 6. I just stapled my pipe cleaners on the back. This is nice and thick. Always check your how thick your sign is. If you're gonna staple on it, you may have to build up some glue. That's what I found is simpler. Instead of like putting felt or cardboard or popsicle stick, I just put a little thin layer of glue, let it set up. Now, when I say thin, it's probably like 1/8 of an inch thick, because you don't want it too thick, because then it won't go into the wood and then it just comes off. So we're going to do that. We're going to make a bow. Should we make a drama bow, long tails, or a funky bow? Let's see here. We got to put some pink in here. We're going to put some pink in here to draw out from the little roses in there. I would think it would be nice on the ceiling. We could even put some little lights in it. Yeah, it's kind of like a pixie wreath. Oh, my little granddaughter, she ratted her sister out. Her sister just turned 13. She walked up to her mom and goes, "Mommy, I love you." My daughter's like, "I love you too." Sissy's been getting up in the middle of the night and talking on her phone. Actually, tablet. And Funky. That's funny, Melissa. Now, I lived right next door. From age 9, my mom and dad bought an acre of land from my grandparents and lived right next door. So, and we moved to I lived in a trailer. So I literally went out the back door. I was like 20 feet from Grandma's garden. There was a permanent path through the garden, and then I was at my grandma's house. So if I didn't like what Mom was making for supper, I just went out the back door and went to Grandma's and said, Grandma, Mom's fixing something yucky. Can I eat here? I would have to wait for the school bus because we lived way out in the country. "Hi, Faye, how are you?" And she would holler across the garden, "Did you eat breakfast?" "No, Grandma." "Come get an orange and put it in your pocket and eat it on the way to school." Because I had a 45, 50-minute bus ride. It's horrible. So, ouch. I picked out dots, but then that's dots. So I think we ought to do the cream. Or we can do both. We're going to do funky, aren't we? Yep, we're doing funky. Funky is your chicken. Oh my gosh, my store manager she posted this picture on her Facebook, and I thought it was like they went somewhere for the weekend. She goes, "Did you see my picture?" And so it was a sunset across the lake or big pond. I go, "Yeah, where was that at?" She goes, "My backyard." And I'm like, oh, my husband would be so jealous. All right, let's see here. What can we gonna make a funky? Funky, funky, funky. I want a nice big bow. Oh, I don't have mint. Let's do this one too. And these really do not take that much time. You know, I've been talking, but they don't take that much time to make. Especially if you're not going to like put a bunch of embellishments in it or something. Oh, excuse me. This is not how to get up in the morning. I close tomorrow night. I'll give you a 411. Walmart's going to start opening up at 6 o'clock. I think next month. Shh. You didn't hear from me. I mean, we already open at 6 on Tuesdays for senior citizens.
There's only 40 people that know that they'll catch you on the replay. Yep, they're going to start opening up at 6. I wish they would just open up earlier and close a little bit earlier. The 11 o'clock crowd is a little less desirable.
It's either people who want to steal, people are scoping out the store, or people that are just rude. Rude.
Linda said she loves the wreath. She got booted.
Oh, you got booted? I ain't got boots on. I'm barefooted. So we're going to do a 6-inch loop. My twist went funky.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn. So my tail is 8. It may stay 8. It might get chopped off a little bit.
Ross said she loves that polka dot ribbon.
Isn't it so cute? I got that at Deco Exchange too. I've been trying to buy things in 50-yard rolls. So if you make a lot of wreaths, it's really cost effective to buy things in 50-yard rolls. So a lot of like solid colors, because it's always great to have a solid color, a solid color in between two very busy or contrasting color ribbon. Who is rude? People at Walmart.
Linda said, let me know if Floyd gets that sign done.
Oh, okay.
Something you need to tell me?
No. No, I already told you.
I don't remember.
She needs it by this weekend. So in a funky bow, we just do one loop of each
We'll
kind.
just give her that and her sign of the month club signs all at the same shop.
There you go. I believe that's what you said when I told you I was making one. I design, he produces. But he has designed a few here lately.
I have a secret source for artwork.
It's not secret.
Just because you know doesn't mean it's not a secret.
No more wreaths? Yeah, right. Floyd had one moment of, I don't even know what you want to call it. He's like, I can't do this no more. I'm too stressed. I can't do it. We're not doing it. I'm not doing it. You do it. I'm not doing it. So I let him rant for the day, and he's like, okay. Yeah, because it is stressful. Especially when you're trying to really make it, a thriving business that can replace an income. I was talking with my manager today because they're doing I don't know what you want to call it, a talent search. So I had to email my store manager what I intend to do, if I want to promote, if I want to do something else with the company. And I'm like, nope, just leave me alone. I got my own office. I got my own little mini fridge. I got my own monitor, my own computer. Just leave me alone. It's a mint, Dawn.
Roz already answered.
Oh, thanks, Roz. Can you see it better that way? It's a mint. It's like I call it a dark mint. So we're going to do a cream in here to kind of play off that floral ribbon. Hey, my box is not your... Comes in here and rubs his face on my little boxes. And florals, oh my gosh, my son hung 2 rows of buckets on the wall to put my florals in. I love it. It's not a tree, it's just on the wall in a very long closet. So these two I do both at 6-inch loops because it's like the base of your bow. I even had, and I sold a bow too. I had one piece of grid that stood out front attached to one of the legs. This lady bought this huge bow. She goes, I don't know how you did it because it had 7 ribbons in it. She's like, I can make a 1-ribbon bow, but I can't do nothing like that. So of course I gave her my card and said, hit me up next time you need something. Tell Floyd to stop that. Stop rubbing your face on my boxes.
If I get down on the floor to do that, I ain't getting back up.
You won't get back up. I remember when the grandkids were little, because 3 of the grandkids lived with us for a little while, and she was 18 months old when she came to live with us. And so he would get down on the floor and play Lincoln Logs with her or something. Yeah, it's they're getting ready to do that one, my old Walmart here in town. Dawn, we trees, a bow, a door hanger, and I think 7 signs. And a guy has already contacted me this morning for a custom wreath for his wife. He told me, he says, I'll be contacting you. I mean, you hear that, so I thought, oh, yeah, right. He did. So we'll start there, and we'll put some pink in. It's not sick. It don't have a cold. So I usually always put my tails at 8 inches. A lot of times I end up trimming them, but it kind of just, I trim my tails based on where it fits in the wreath. If it's covering the sign on one side, I'll cut them shorter. So these are going to go about 5 inches.
I'll tell you what, Kendi, it's always something. Always.
I like to paint. I like to sew. I like.
No, sick is a good thing.
I know what sick is. I was just making a joke. Ha ha. Funny, funny.
That wasn't funny.
I get funny delirious when I'm tired.
Oh, I'm late announcing the winner.
Who's the winner? Who gets a gift?
You'll have to look on the screen to find out.
Deanne! Deanne gets a gift. I think I got your address already, Deanne. I think it's in the computer somewhere.
Oh, I think I probably have it memorized. Not really, but I have it.
Yeah, I know, Clinton. I know sick is good. I was just playing with you. Okay, so now we're going to put some floral in, and then I normally only do 2, 2.5, and 2, 1.5, but I'm gonna throw it a loop and add another one. I think I have it.
Oh, I know I have it in multiple locations. Oh, Deanne, I was going to remind you, how are you doing on cow sign inventory? I don't want you to run out.
So let's see. This one's at 5. We'll do 4.5.
40.
Listen, if you want Black Angus signs at every holiday, I got them.
Dan says you're welcome. No, we love Deanne. She has been a very steady customer.
Yep. And it all started with a sign for her daughter, for her school. And then we'll end with our mint. They do sell. Them people love their cows.
I really do like the wreaths that she puts those signs on.
Yeah.
Those are super cute.
So this one's just a solid.
All right, Dan knows she wants, and now I can
take that ticker off.
I can take the banner back off.
It's a ticker.
It's a banner.
It's a ticker. You always say ticker. Tick tock, tick.
Everybody close your eyes and look.
No, I need witnesses. I don't like my top loop to be less than 4 inches. One of my girls emailed me a picture. She did a great job on her wreath. And she's like, what's wrong with my bow? I spent hours on it. And I really struggle with my bows too. I lost my stack on a really big bow, so I just walked out of the room.
Dawn asked, did you ever make that Indiana Patriotic sign? Is that the one that we have all 50?
Yeah, it's on the website.
Yeah,
The main picture, you'll see Ohio, but then there's other options. And I've put probably, I think, 10 to 12 of them in there. I
sent one of those out. We sent one of those out as glitter mail.
Oh, did we? Mm-hmm. Well, that's right.
Yes, Tracy, message me before you order your signs so we can get your discount worked out.
Poor girl.
Or I could just refer you to Midge. Midge put in a sign order and got her sign club discount.
Help a sister out. I already know I'm going to cut those. So I don't have really any rhyme or reason of how I put everything. Basically, you want your 2 loops across from each other, and then you want your 2 tails across from each other. You want tails over loops. I just kind of spread it out.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell Tracy. You will never in a million years guess what Jeanette did for the Art on the Alley yesterday. She forgot the autism wreath. It's still
I left it hanging behind me.
It's hanging right behind her. She forgot to take it.
I was so mad.
Because by the time I realized that it wasn't there.
It was only like an hour before it ended.
Tracy asked, Kate, Jeanette, I asked you earlier, do you like Michael's Poly Bourbon?
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I haven't bought, I don't think that's Michael or Polly's. It might be, I'm not sure. This says mesh. It's more like, this one's more like a fabric mesh. I bought it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, it's a poly. You don't get as much, well, yeah, 19 feet in this one. It was on sale. So, and I like the black and white check. So this is a poly.
Oh, so it's only like little over 6 yards.
Yeah, it's not as big as the other. But, well, I would almost call this like a poly jute. It's the white is threads, and then the black is plastic.
Maybe that's not the same thing she's talking about.
No, I don't think it's the same thing she's talking about. No, I have not. Because that's what I bought from them.
She only bought it because it was like 50% off, I think.
It was like $4 or $5.
I think it was cheaper than that.
I don't know. I don't normally buy mesh from, I don't buy it from Joann's. I don't buy it from Walmart. I think I bought it from Walmart once just because I needed something.
She's not giving that up. I thought you were going to make one to put up in your classroom, Tracy.
Okay, so don't tighten it down all the way yet. I pushed mine down real hard. Here's your stack. You want to get your pipe cleaner or your zip tie, whatever you're going to use. So we put that over in the middle of our stack, and I just tightened it up enough to keep everything together, standing up straight. But if you want to move anything, you want to make sure that you're holding it here, or else you're going to have a very sideways, wonky bow.
Tracy said she did make it, and her principal wants it. Ross says Michael's doesn't have a good selection, plus it's only 19 feet.
Yeah.
But if you can catch it on sale like Jeanette did.
I mean, that black and white, I like it.
It was, I know it was at least half off.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one free or something like that. It was.
So I bought like 3 or 4 rolls of that.
I mean, it was very reasonably priced, even if it is only 19 feet. Like a half a roll.
Okay, so I just spread mine around. And after you have them pretty much where you want them, You're going to tighten down really tight. I leave the zip tie on there and use it as a handle. Yeah, they don't have a very good selection either. But if you're in a pinch.
Tracy, did you post that in the private group so that we could see it?
No.
I was going to say, I don't remember seeing a autism wreath in there.
The last 2 weeks of my life are a blur. I don't remember seeing a whole lot, but.
Fair.
I found a request from somebody. If you ask me to make a sign and I have forgotten about you, I apologize. Just remind me. I tell my people at work that all the time. They'll ask me something. I'm like, if I forget, come to me. Because they're like, some managers like yell at them or, you know, whatever. But I'm like, no, I'm just so busy. If I forget.
That and we're old. Memory's not what it used to be.
Well, if I'm somewhere where I don't write it down. But now I have a Note 10 phone. And it's got that little stylus. I love it.
Oh, I hear you on the crazy lately. Absolutely. I had fully intended on having Sign of the Month Club done already, and I got the sign blanks out. That's about as far as I got today.
This is so cute.
Got a couple of orders.
So I don't cut none of my tails or my loops. Well, I don't cut my loops. I don't cut anything until I put it on my wreath.
Told you she'd get senile.
Just tired.
I'm going to go to bed early again.
So I usually do the 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. I don't like it this way. I don't like it straight across. I don't like it up and down. I don't like my sign in the middle because then your bow's going to hide it. So that's what we're doing.
I mean, with everything that's been going on, we're behind with getting signs posted on the website.
I think I'm almost caught up. So we're just.
I got a bunch of new artwork.
Oh, he's holding out on me, guys.
I haven't even downloaded it yet.
Listen to him. Thanks, Dawn. Thanks, Roz. So I just wrap this around the frame like you do anything else. These little pine base wreaths are really, I mean, I love them now. I don't know why I don't do more. Because you'd almost, unless you look really close, you wouldn't even know that it's on a pine base.
All right, Kendi, have a good night. Thanks for
Night,
stopping
Kendi.
by.
Just remember not to attach it too tight or else it's going to push down on everything. And these are nice too because they fill up. They fill up like a pixie, but yet you don't have 2 rows. You just have the 1 row. I think I got some little mini daisies in there I'll glue on later to those little holes. I like to hide the holes.
Melissa says adorable.
Thank you.
Such a big word.
Do you need a dictionary?
No, I don't. I'm surprised she did.
Did you hear that? He's being so mean. Rotten. Rotten to the core.
Tracy said it's hard to find the pine bases at a good price.
Oh, well, maybe your lovely, your teacher might get some.
Sandy says the bow makes this one so cute.
It does. We're going to trim it here in just a minute.
Just a little trim.
Just a little trim. And I did it one day. It's the first time I ever did it in a live. I will take a lighter to the fuzzies and it like seals them. But you got to be careful and you got to kind of just wave it at the end because it will catch on fire. Some people put little Mod Podge on the end of the ribbon. I'm not all about that. So let's see what we need to trim here. This one's a little long. It's not in the way per se.
Deanne says that's really cute. Ross
Thank
says
you.
you love it. Thank you, Dawn, for sprinkling.
So I don't like my top loop to be
Barbara
longer.
said she would love it if they can buy some from you. Didn't the 12-inch ones come from Sims?
Mm-hmm.
I was just teasing Melissa.
I probably have, Melissa. So don't worry about everything being the same size when you go to trim it. It doesn't have to be.
Tracy said she used her sealer this weekend and loved it.
Did you like it?
Showed it?
Yeah. You know, you can't use it on everything, but it does help a lot.
Well, and I was watching Jeanette because even though it really doesn't do that good of a job on the foil, it seals the rest of it up so that it doesn't fray. And you're going to have to cut it with something anyway. So if you just have to just trim the foil with some kind of cutting.
Yeah, I just keep my scissors here. And actually, I just keep going. I just pull it out, melt it, pull it out, melt it, and it ends up being this long train. And then I just cut them all at once, whatever's still connected. Sometimes it cuts all the way through or melts. Sometimes it doesn't. So see, that one was a little bit over the sign. So we want to make sure that we can see all of our sign. It may or may not be the same length as the other side, but that's all right.
Tracy, I'm always asking for trouble. That's just part of my personality.
It is. We've been together 17 years, and
that's just me.
So some days, like when he doesn't feel good or he's just totally annoyed and I'm poking the bear, he'll go, not today. It's not a good day. I'm like, okay. So the other day, he smarted off something. I'm like, not today. This is not a good day.
And I honored her request. For the most part. As best I could.
He just puts his earbuds in and want to switch cameras?
I suppose if I have to.
Yes, you have to.
Why? You didn't do it.
Listen, Linda.
Name's not Linda.
Listen, Skippy. Oh, hi, Amy. Yeah, I do it fast. These really don't take much time at all. So let's bless this nest. Put some little pink, pop of pink in there to play off that floral ribbon. I used to not do stuff like that. I had to be like very monochromatic or very complimentary, but I think it's cute.
Oh, I have no problem taking it, Melissa. Ask Tracy.
You can take it. Thanks, Debbie.
She gets me enough.
Yeah, my dad was very...
Take it, just.
Thank you, Laura. My old store, I used to scare people. And he finally got me one day. But he got me when I was zoning housewares and I had a metal spoon in my hand. And he scared me so bad. He got me good. But I swung around and I smacked him in the arm with the spoon. It was just reaction. He had a bruise on his arm. He goes, I'll never do that again.
See, I just get mouthy. Jeanette gets violent.
Mean. I had a manager that used to put nuts and bolts in our purses, in our drawers at work. He would unplug my keyboard, my monitor. Oh, he was such a pain. It does keep things fun. Thanks, Roz.
Yeah, if you ever want to get somebody really good, don't disconnect their mouse. Tape a piece of paper over the little eye on the bottom.
Little eye on the bottom.
Just make sure they can't see it. Tracy says not reaction, that's karma.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I think I can lose the butterfly now.
And barring any major catastrophes, we will see everybody Wednesday
Yep.
at 6.
See everybody Wednesday at 6. See what fun things we can make fun of Floyd.
I don't care. Doesn't bother me at all.
All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you Wednesday.
Night, guys.
Bye-bye. Still a little long.